Good afternoon, everyone. This is Melanie Lynette with Level 4 Weiss Schwarz here to bring you your Taking Stock weekly update for the week of January 12th, 2026. And let's get on with all the amazing news from the live stream earlier this week. Lots of Japanese set announcements and date updates. This week, releasing yesterday, was the Tales of Series TD Plus and Booster Set. We'll be doing a special live stream on the channel tonight to celebrate the set. A friend of mine has 6 cases we're going to crack on stream and have some fun, hopefully pull all of the great shinies that he is looking for. Next week, we have Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Premium Booster to look forward to releasing here. And then on February 13th, Uma Musume Cinderella Grey Booster Set. Rascal Does Not Dream a Santa Claus Booster Set pre-orders have technically closed earlier this week. However, you may still be able to sneak those in at distribution. I expect to see pre-orders, if they're not already live, in the next couple of days for Summer Pockets Anime Booster Set and probably Idolmaster Million Live Premium Booster at around the same time. From the live stream, we have some brand new set announcements. It is confirmed on May 15th that Dan will have a Volume 2 booster set. New May 30th, Toho Project TD Plus and booster set, followed by another new title, GA Bunko TD Plus and booster set. For those of you who are not familiar, that is the licensed Bunko line for Don Machi, Goblin Slayer, and I think it's the Elena series. There's a couple of different other ones that people will recognize in that Bunko line. On June 26th, we have Grand Blue Fantasy TD Plus and booster set, and on July 24th, we're looking at a release date finally for ReZero Volume 4 booster set. These following sets were announced with no release date as of yet. Animois booster set in TD Plus. Remember, the TD Plus got delayed due to the game getting delayed until April. Brown Dust 2 booster set in TD Plus. Free Rim Volume 2 booster, yay, I'm excited about that one. Magical Girl Witch Trial booster set in TD Plus. Nikkei Goddess of Victory of Volume 2. That is going to simultaneously release in all 4 languages that Bushiroad prints the game. And also newly announced in JPW versus AEW. This is a wrestling set that is going to be released in multiple languages as well. But we've got a little bit of a longer wait for that one. They announced during the live stream, as of right now, pre-sales for that will happen January 4th of 2027. So quite a ways out. But still pretty cool. Lots of new fun sets to look forward to, and I'm sure we'll have more announcements in the future. Also announced is a reprint in Japanese of Frieren Set 1 to celebrate the TV anime new season and the fact that we're going to get a Volume 2 set here shortly. They have redone some pull rate ratios, updated the foiling, I believe, on the SP, SSP, and secrets, and there's some new alt arts in the set that feature character art from the anime rather than just the print screens. So if you're a collector or a fan of the series, or maybe you just didn't get it the first time around and you'd like to pick it up, definitely do so. Those pre-orders are live. I don't expect them to be up for long. Let your LGS know. For English Weiss Schwarz, no new releases this week, but however, we have Girls Band Cry coming out on the 23rd, quickly followed by Dan TD Plus and booster set the following week. No new pre-orders live just yet. We could see a pre-order before they do the winter conference. More on that in an upcoming slide. But we might just have a little bit of a breather break here on English set orders. Sets without dates include Bang Dream 10th Anniversary Premium Booster, ReZero, Starting Life in Another World Volume 3. However, I hazard a guess that that might be our late May, June set now that we have a date for ReZero 4 in JP. Blue Archive, the Animation Booster Set, Nikkei Goddess of Victory Volume 2, and in JPW versus AEW. Those are both announced in the JP live stream coming to English as well as on social media posts. In Japanese Weiss Schwarz news, Results from the final World Grand Prix in Japan from Nagoya have been live. We kind of went over those last week. You can check those out on the tournament slide still. And while regionals have continued, we can look forward to the nationals in Japan on January 31st and Worlds on February 1st. So there'll be some updates to kind of close out the season there. And you can see the upcoming shop PRs as well. We did also get the March and April PRs spoiled during the live stream. I'll update those to the slideshow next week. The Japanese Weiss Schwarz announcement stream on January 12th had lots of great Bushiroad announcements for all of the games, including collaborations, celebrating Vanguard's anniversary, as well as a bunch of other cool things coming out across the various game titles. We got the Weiss titles already updated in this slideshow, but tons of cool information to check out and things to look forward to in 2026. On this slide, this is the January and February shop PRs and the January Climax Challenge PRs that we've seen yet. I will again add in the slides with more of the Climax Challenge PRs, as well as we can look forward to a Tales PR in the pack and a couple of other series getting support in March and April. For English Weiss Schwarz, we have the Vancouver results live. We'll go over that in the tournament report section. Congratulations to all the winners. And Duluth, Georgia is this weekend. A very quick turnaround between those two events. So we should have tournament results for that event shortly after this weekend in the next week or two. If you topped and you'd like to share your tournament experience, please reach out to us here on the channel, either in the comments or see us on the website for a tournament reports request form. You can also click on the link in the slideshow on this blog. Bushiroad SEA Winter Conference stream is fast approaching. There will be announcements and a special guest, as well as a hint about celebrating the Year of the Horse on February 5th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Pacific time. That is for us. It kind of pushes forward if you are in Southeast Asia. January, there are no big special events outside of regular locals. Collect that cool Dan to Dan PR to upgrade your set at the end of the month. And February locals can look forward to the upcoming Dan to Dan Meister Cup and special Lunar New Year's event. We have also seen March applications go live. We'll be having a Machine Meister Cup that month, as well as locals. So some really cool events upcoming here. These are the Dan to Dan shop PRs for January. And if you're headed to a BCS, here's some of the cool swag you could go home with. In tournament reports, we covered Nagoya last week. That was the last JP regional of the season before Nationals and Worlds, so we have a little bit of a pause before those events. And for English Weiss Schwarz, let's go over and take a look. You can either look at it on Weiss Tea Time or on the Bushiroad website on the breakdown for the Vancouver event. They had about 108 people. I will say this pie chart is a little misleading because I think something happened or glitched with their imaging here. The other category is actually missing, but we can see that Quince had a very large representation at 14.95%, Bang Dream at 16.82%. I believe they're the winner, but Quince is second. We have then at a tie, Goddess of Victory Nikkei, Overlord, and then just trailing behind Bochi the Rock. So those were some of the most popular sets at Vancouver. Taking first, we have Nazarick Tomb of the Undead or Overlord. Second, Licorice Recoil. Cool, that's the second Licorice Recoil top. Nice. Hololive Production in third. SAO Gungale Online Alternative in fourth. 2 Bang Dream decks in fifth and sixth. Goddess of Victory Nikkei in seventh. And Hololive Production in eighth. If I kind of round out top 16, we have Chainsaw Man, we have 2 more Bang Dream, Goddess of Victory Nikkei, Hololive, Freerun, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and another quintessential quintuplets deck. So interesting, even for the large representation of quints, we actually don't get The highest placed Quince title actually was in 16th, I believe. I'll scroll up. Yep. So, and again, the pie chart on here is a little misleading because it's missing the other category, which shows us that. And you can see that there were other decks there that weekend that obviously topped and did well. And you can definitely scroll down, and if you remember, click on any of these links, you can see what folks were running. Even if your series is a little bit further down, you can see what people are prepping and taking to larger events. All right, we should have results for Duluth here this upcoming weekend, and we'll cover them soon. And again, if you topped, reach out. We'd love to interview. Upcoming community events. It's getting chilly because it's January, and it is time for the Weiss Winter Showdown at Black Vault Gaming in Michigan. Friday, January 30th is open play. Main event is Saturday, January 31st, and team event is on Sunday, February 1st. The store staff owner reached out with the cool champion playmats. The red one is for first place at the solo event on Saturday, and the purple one is the winning mat for the winning trios team on Sunday. Art is done and credited to A Little Inky. Definitely, if you love the style of these playmats, check out their Instagram and TikTok. Really cool playmats, along with some epic prizing. If you're planning on participating, please get your codes in on Bushy Navy and join the Discord. If you have a special Weiss Schwarz event going on at your locals that you'd like to advertise to a wider audience, reach out to us here on the channel or on the blog. Always happy to advertise more amazing Weiss events. Here are some quick update notes for other Bushiroad games. For Cardfight Vanguard on January 30th, we have the Lyrical Booster 02 Lyrical Monasterio Season of Wonders. And then for Godzilla on the 30th, we have the new set 3 that's coming out, Resonance of Rivals, and the starter decks are getting reprinted and coming out in a special duo set on February 21st. English Hololive TCG, we're looking forward to set 4, Curious Universe, on February 20th. And Shadowverse Evolve has a combined set release, Banquet of Dreams and Trial of the Omens, the same day as Girls Band Cry on January 23rd. So pretty busy end of the month for Bushiroad other card game titles in English. JP, we had the release of Symphogear XD this week. There are more Rebirth for You products coming. We'll update the next newest set on its way in the next Taking Stock update. For Weiss Schwarz Blau, our next new set is Togen Anki, and that's the booster and starter deck on February 20th. For Weiss Schwarz Rose, spoiler season is live with a spoiler look at a bunch of new up-and-coming titles for that game, but Lose and Wisp is our next set release on January 30th. As always, everybody, thank you so much for your support on the channel. Love to share all the wonderful Weiss news with the community, and we'll be live later this evening around, I'd say, 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to be safe. Might be a little earlier than that, to go ahead and celebrate the new Tales of series and crack some cases for fun on live stream. As always, everybody, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.